Hello there. I don't know what you are needing today as you are clicking on this video, but I am hoping that just in the next few minutes I can hopefully address some of those needs, something that led you to click on this. Last week in my live stream, I talked about hope, and so I wanted to share this verse. You probably can't see this, or maybe you can. Yeah, a verse in Hebrews that I ran across today that goes along with that message. And it says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." That's from Hebrews 11:1. So we started basically a new season. Even if you guys that are calendar followers aren't going to celebrate fall until September 22nd, that's the official first day. The fact is, the unofficial end to summer happened on Labor Day yesterday. So I just wanted to encourage and share some mental health statistics and important values in this video today. So if you are just checking this out for the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Kimberly Christian. I'm a clinical social worker. And the reason why I put forth this channel is to encourage and to empower you to think about your mental health, all aspects of your mental health, with a biblical perspective. And so last week I did talk about hope. I have a live stream that happens most Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time. I did not do that yesterday because of the holiday, so I'll be posting something a little bit later today. But I just wanted to share with you guys that with the change of a new season, that can mean some mental health / mood shifts for some of you. This might mean a great thing for some of you. I hope that it does. If it's not a positive thing, then just hang tight. We'll talk about that as well. But I know that seasons bring different feelings and different reactions from people. And I am leaning on my time working in a mental health, behavioral health facility, hospital many years ago, which is where all of this started for me. And I remember very specifically when someone told me, you know that there are high seasons of mental health, like when we're going to see the most people be hospitalized for reasons of mental health. And I was brand new at this, and I was kind of like, what? You mean there's times you can predict this? And some of the more seasoned people would say, oh, yeah, absolutely. It's April and October. And once they explained that to me, it really did make a lot of sense. But since we're closer to the month of October, I'm going to talk about that for a second. We just started September. Obviously, a month away from now is October. And with all of that brings kids going back to school, getting back into a different routine. And that was sort of the crux of explaining why October, or around, I'm not trying to be literal about it. It could be September, October. You see an increase of people treating their mental health issues and often being hospitalized or going to inpatient or outpatient treatments. The reason being, once your kids get back into a routine and you're no longer maybe watching them being so hands-on all the time throughout the months of the summer, you start to look at your needs again. And so I just want to encourage all of you that are watching this to take an inventory of where you're at right now. It's a good time. It's a good practice to do this many times a year, but this is a great time to do this. Think about where you are right now. Think about what you need and address things from the physical perspective, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And think about in all of those areas, how are you doing? Like really, how are you doing? Are you meeting your needs? Are there areas where you need to ask for help when maybe you haven't been comfortable asking for help? Are you needing to address medical appointments that you couldn't address because it was summer and you had your kids with you all the time, or you just had a different work schedule? Whatever the case may be, just think about where you're at right now, because the reason why there is such an influx of hospitalizations and in and outpatient treatment is people have been neglecting that, maybe even from April and beyond. And so by the time October hits, some people are like, this is way beyond. Like, I didn't get in front of this symptom or this episode. I am full blown in it right now. And so as a professional, I'm encouraging you to think about it right now and see what can you do to get in front of something more serious going on. If you are feeling, because some people will describe that, they sort of feel that they're not trying to be negative or pessimistic about it, but they can just sort of feel that depression might be looming. And so, as the therapist in the situation, I always encourage my patients, get in front of that by asking yourself, are my medications right? Am I taking everything I need to be taking? Am I attending to myself physically and getting activity every single day? Am I meeting my spiritual needs by having time with God as often as I can, as often as I want to? Is it at least routine for you? How are you doing therapeutically? Have you stepped up into your therapy and you're really engaged and really doing all the things you need to do the work? Or have you stepped way back because, again, with the summer and sometimes the increase of responsibility for parents? So however that falls on you, I just want to let you know it doesn't have to be. And I never believed this, even when I was working inpatient. I never believed, oh, it has to be this way just because the calendar is now falling on, the fall months. I always wanted people that I was influencing to realize it doesn't have to. You might be more prone to it, but think about what it is you need. Ask for those things that you need and take a real hard look at where you're at right now so that you are finishing the last quarter of this year exactly the way that you want to, that you are in charge of your decisions and your behaviors. And if you have had something pressing on you, such as you need to get into therapy, you don't know where to start, or you're concerned about, finances or whatever it is, there's always barriers. There's always going to be barriers to you getting the help that you need. But reach out to someone like myself that can help you talk about those barriers, help you look at them for what they really are. I mean, let's face it, a lot of times we look at those barriers through a distorted lens. And so we're telling ourselves a story of, I can't do this. This is going to be too much. And when we start talking through it, we realize we're looking at it in more extremes than realizing this can be done. It just needs to be in this way. It needs to work for me and not against me. So with all that said, I really do hope that this is a great season for you guys. I hope that the end of the year, the last quarter, is a great one for you professionally and spiritually and personally, and that you will not hesitate in reaching out for the things that you need when you ask those questions of yourself, because you matter. What you need matters, and when you are putting things in place for yourself, one of the main reasons why that is not selfish is you are doing something great and advantageous for your entire family and everyone that you interact with when you are stealing away that time for therapy, for time with the Lord, for your betterment, for going on that walk, for going to the gym, just sitting at a park, whatever it is that you need to do. I know the tug of family life, and it can really cause you to feel unnecessary guilt or remorse for doing that. But trust me, they will figure it out. They may not do it the way that you're going to do it. That's what makes you so special and so unique, but they will figure it out. Get the things done that you need to do for yourself so that you are filling your own tank, you are recharging your own battery, and you are really able to accomplish the good works that God has already predetermined for you to do in this life and in this season. Have a great day.